Yo, Tank Davis just defeated Rolando, Romero by 6 round TKO victory. Tank was very cautious early in this fight. I think both guys was kind of cautious, especially early. Then Rolly started to kind of press Tank, and then Tank kind of figured him out. I thought throughout the fight, Tank was just taking his time to figure Rolly out, and once the 6th round came about, he found a perfect timing where Rolly ended up coming in there. He was rushing in, had his hands down, and then boom, he caught him with that vicious left. Rolly went down, and then obviously those legs just wasn't there anymore. He got up, but the referee saw it, not only in his eyes, but in his legs, that he just it wouldn't end well. You know what I mean? You don't want to have, some type of serious injury to the kid or where you can't fight again. And so he waved the fight off, and for good reason. But to me, in this fight, it was a good win as far as like a grudge match and showing the different levels. Tank is definitely a couple levels ahead of Rolly, but Rolly did show a few wrinkles that in the future, Tank, it may be problematic for him. I don't want to talk about that in this video right here. I just want to talk about, the sensational knockout, and shout out to Tank. Congratulations. Baltimore stand up. And, but the other thing too, pertaining to the fight, is that you had 2 judges at the time of the stoppage. They had Tank up, and then one judge had Rolly up. And it was difficult, man. It was a difficult fight to kind of judge, because Rolly was being the aggressor, and then Tank was probably landing the slightly better shots, but he wasn't throwing that much. He was moving around. He just appeared to be the more talented guy, but Rolly was posing some problems for him. So, we'll see where both guys go from here, because as far as Tank is concerned, him and Devin, they've been having some words back and forth, but Devin seemed like he's going to be tied up for at least the next year and a half. So that doesn't seem like it's going to go too far. And, based on what I have, the history of Mayweather Productions or promotions, I don't see them going after anybody that is like a 50-50. So I would assume, just based on their history, that they might be looking for something like a Pitbull Cruz rematch or something like that. And then as far as Rolly, we'll see where he goes from here. He possibly can bounce back. He might want to cut the Macho Man Randy Savage act out a little bit, but he had a good account of himself, and we'll see where he goes from here. But on that note, you want to hear more about this, we'll discuss this tomorrow, on our podcast. You can check out the information in the description. I'm out. Great fight. Peace.